Hey everybody, welcome to our second Mimosa Monday, and today we are talking about how to look good in photographs. So this episode came to you by popular demand. We did a poll last week and this was what you guys wanted to hear about. So that's what we're going to be talking about today on Mimosa Monday, is how to look better in selfies as well as pretty much any photograph that you're in. So the first thing that I think is important to consider is going to be lighting. And I think that's one thing that people frequently overlook. They're like, oh hey, let's take a selfie, and it's literally wherever you're standing is where you take the photograph. And I think it's worth the extra minute or so to actually look around the room and say, oh, okay, the light's coming from there, like let's move over here to take a better photograph. So today I am currently front lit, which means that my front is lit by a window, which is actually behind our camera person, which is Amy. You'll see her in a minute. And so I'm fully frontally lit. I've got all the light coming from this window, and it's just a nice even lighting. You're not trying to take a crazy creative photograph probably in this group shot or selfie that you're going to be in. So it's just a nice easy way to have a great photograph. The next scenario that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be called backlighting. So we are going to do a 180. You will see the window that was in front of me a minute ago is now behind me. So you can see this is not doing great things for this photograph. If this was a photograph, I'm very dark, it's hard to see my face, and there's just like this big blurry white window behind me. So that's probably not the best way to take a photograph, unless you of course have a professional camera and manual settings, and there's a whole bunch of other things about that for people that are more interested in photography. But if you're using your cell phone and you just want a nice photograph, this is not going to be the way to do it. Another scenario would be side lighting, so that's kind of the third one that I want to talk to you guys about. And it's not terrible, it's certainly better than the backlighting that we showed you a second ago. The best scenario would actually be if I turned a little bit to the side, then you can see a little bit more shaping going on with the lighting, which is nice if you want to take the extra couple minutes. Maybe you did your makeup or your hair really nice that day. You are going to want to have your light source about 45 degrees from your face here, from the camera and the window. However, that's a lot of work, so I would just say go for front lighting, and that's going to look great always. So we're going to head back over here to our front lighting scenario. So that was the first tip, was lighting. The second tip is going to be camera angle. So we are going to talk about the quintessential high angle selfie thing that everyone's doing. The jig is up, guys. Everyone knows what you're doing. It's kind of obnoxious. Please, by all means, keep going for it if you want to. But in principle, it's not a bad idea to have the camera a little bit higher than maybe a neutral. But you definitely don't want to have it low, that's for sure. And this is one where I see, if you have your boyfriend take a picture of you and your girlfriends, and he's like this for some reason, and you're like, no, stand up. You're correct, you should stand up tall, because a camera angle where it's either right at your eye level or slightly above is going to be best. Amy's going to show us what's going to happen if we go a little bit too low and turn that right up at my face. You should be seeing a nice, really unflattering, I'm really taking one for the team here, guys, a nice unflattering angle with my chin in it, and there's a lot of body and not a lot of face. So you really do kind of want to maximize the size of your eyes particularly, and so having the camera up higher, closer to your face, is going to be the way to do that. Yeah, get that back up there. So, so that is the second tip for you guys, is going to be the camera angle. So once you've chosen the right spot and you've got the lighting how you want it, and you've got the camera at a relatively either neutral or slightly above camera angle, the next thing that you're going to do is figure out how you should be standing. So something that I like to demonstrate frequently is some different ways you can stand in front of a camera. So this one is probably the worst. You're going to be pretty much right facing the camera. You're going to look very broad, as wide as possible for this one, and it's just not really the best way to go about that. If you turn to the side, you're on the right track. You can either turn slightly this way or slightly this way. And the decision that you want to make is, where are you going to put your weight? So now that you're facing a little bit away from the camera, you have two options because you have two legs. So you can either go way back here, or you can go way up front. I wore some stripes to really accentuate this for you guys. If you put your weight forward towards the camera, you're going to be adding a lot of self to the photograph. Usually you're going to want to have your weight back like this. It's just a nice easy way to slim yourself out. If for some reason you are maybe on the skinnier side and you want to look a little bit bigger, then by all means, put your weight forward, put it towards the camera, but just keep in mind that wherever that weight is, if it's close to the camera, it's going to look very close to the camera. And if you put it away from the camera, it's going to be less visible by the camera. So, I call that one pop. Pop it back, pop it front, pop it back. Okay. So then the next tip that I'm going to show you, Amy's actually going to hop in for this one, and she's going to come join us because I like to call this next one, put your skinny friend in front. Now this one only works well if you, first of all, if your friend doesn't watch this, because then they're going to know what you're doing and they're not going to probably be very happy about it. But what you want to do if you, so say you turn to the side and you're popping your weight back, so I'm not going to do this because that's very obvious what I'm doing, but I'm going to stand next to her, and when I pop my weight back, I'm gonna put it right behind Amy. So I mean, there is just, this is a nice silhouette here, and unsuspecting friend has no idea what's going on and why you always look so good in the pictures and that kind of thing. So so we call this one, put your skinny friend in front. Thank you so much, Amy. The next tip that I'm going to share with you guys, our fifth tip, is called skinny arm. And so this is another one of those things that girls have figured out at some point, and actually you can come a little closer to me. We're going to do just kind of a close-up of my arm, and a lot of girls are doing this in photos. So you look in their profile pictures, every picture of them on Facebook, they're like this, they're like this. We know what you're doing, and I think that it looks a little bit repetitive and a little bit obnoxious. So, but again, the theory is correct. So when your body is off your arm, it is going to look skinnier. But the real problem is if it's up against your body. So you can see here, my arm's flat against my body, these stripes are accentuating, and your arm flattens out, it's going to look as large as possible. If you pull your arm even slightly off of your body, you can see it has a slimming effect. So from here to here. A really nice way to just kind of have it slightly off your body here. That's going to have a similar effect to this, but slightly less obnoxious. So go ahead, and don't get me wrong. I mean, if it's a day where I'm all dressed up, I'm probably going to be like this in my photo, or probably like this. But if you just want to look a little bit more natural, you can simply have your arm slightly off of your body like this, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to make your arm look nice and slim. Okay. We are now at the #1 tip for looking good in photographs. If anybody watching this has ever done a shoot with me, you guys know what this is. You already know, and you've been waiting for it. It's called the turtle. I think I coined that phrase. I'm not sure, but I've been using that for years. And what the turtle is basically when you bring your chin forward like this, and it really just separates your chin from your neck and your body here, creating a really nice jawline. So this is just probably like a neutral where your head kind of normally sits on top of your shoulders. This is the turtle, and you can see how much nicer that jawline looks. I'll show you from the side because it looks ridiculous. So don't do this if you are having your profile taken, because it's going to look pretty obnoxious. But chin forward like this is what the turtle is, and you can see that that just makes a really nice jawline, which slims out that double chin that most people are trying to avoid in their photographs. So I created a little hashtag for you guys. It's going to be turtle for NSP. So hashtag turtle FOR NSP, and I fully expect you guys to get out there and take some good photographs. I want you all looking beautiful in your photos, feeling great, feeling your best, and do me a favor and just hashtag them turtle for NSP so we can all enjoy and look great in our photos in turtle. So today we talked about the top 6 ways to look great in your photos, and stay tuned. We will have a great Mimosa Monday for you guys next week, and go ahead and comment, let us know what you think, and have a great week. Thanks guys, bye.